An article, Tragedy Upon Tragedy, by Ehsan Sehgal. It was November 10 of 1978, when I left Pakistan for a brighter career since the Army General Zia-Ul-Haq toppled the elected Prime Minister Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto, on the 5th of July 1977, and after that, he hanged him on the 4th of April 1979, with the conspiracy of judicial criminals. It was Friday morning. The next day on Saturday was Baqar-Eid. My mother, brothers, and sisters humbly asked me to travel coming Friday, so that I can celebrate the Eid with them. But I was in a hurry. I didn't listen to them. I left them, tears in their eyes. I reached over the sky of Amsterdam, but the flight turned to another airport, because of the worst and foggy weather. Therefore, the pier flight landed Heathrow Airport in London. Another day, on Saturday I arrived in Amsterdam, through the British airplane. I asked the government of the Netherlands, the political asylum, the Ministry of Justice accepted my request. However, the ministry refused that request as procedural grounds, to reappeal after 3 months. I did that too. During that period, I happened to come across a Dutch lady, whom I married in 1979. According to the Islamic faith, later official Indiana 1980. In January 1980, in a very early morning at about 4 o'clock, several policemen in civil dress came and rushed to the apartment of Vondelstraat and arrested me, without any legitimate reasons, while I showed them the documents of the Privy Council, Raad van State, permitting me to stay in the Netherlands, but they refused that and brought me to the cell. Later, the same. They released me, without saying an excuse. That whole situation became a time bomb upon my senses and emotions, which caused a collapse of my mental and physical spirit. It was a great shock. Later, I appealed against that and ugly conduct, which the Ministry of Justice dismissed that. However, after a month, I became aware of the arrest reason. It was a letter, written by my brother-in-law that destroyed my health, career, marital life, and life. After those all circumstances, the criminal gathered and started to harass and psychologically tortured, with the conspiracy of my brother-in-law. I was feeling and asking my ex-wife that I felt no comfort in my body, as like someone was giving some sorts of chemical, which was causing physical and mental pain. Above that, the opponents also started the black magic practices, which a few ones believe that, otherwise, mostly, consider it as a psychological matter and problem. In June 1980, I invited a few Pakistani high-ranked officials from different institutions, who came to the Netherlands for the professional and educational training in various subjects. I also asked a Pakistan couple to join us since they made a Pakistan dress for my Dutch wife. After this occasion, in an hour, I suffered from the unknown attack on my body and mind. It was magic, or chemical, to kill me, in this way since I was writing and talking against the military regime of evils. Details are in my Urdu autobiography. An invited woman prepared and served the tea, which no one drank except she, and I enjoyed that. When they left, after 2 or 3 hours, I felt a terrible physical attack. Since then I suffered from that more than 40 years long. Surprisingly, that lady has the same attack, as I came to know. I time to time, every year, requested to the concerned ministries, institutions, law offices, courts, police, and even the media, to investigate the incident, but the answer was helpless or utterly silent. The institutions of the Netherlands government establish only doubts, worries, and unsecured feelings. As a fact, such conduct blocked and violated the human rights and fair and transparent justice within the civilized society. Whereas, my cooperation and collaboration to investigate the incident became unnoticed and unworthy, It executes discrimination, distinction, and even humiliation. After the divorce, and a letter to Pakistan authorities, I became under harassment, spy and psychological war since March 2013 and brutally violated my privacy by international intelligence agencies of that part of the world. My question is that what the reason is, not to investigate that incident, and why the media keep silent on it, whereas I offered my services free? I stay determined until my last breath, to disclose the secret of that incident. I am sure, capable, and confident that I will prove the reality and truth of that. This letter or article may catch the attention of those journalists, writers, politicians, and investigators of the world, who believe in human rights, justice and neutrality regardless of distinctions and high or low status of a victim, who suffered that terrible incident more than 40 years upon the silence and oblivion conduct of the Dutch authorities. Tragedy upon tragedy, life in stress and unknown fear cause advanced prostate gland cancer. It was also a sort of crime, deliberately adopted by the concerned neurologist, who ignored and even rejected the wide-scale checkup, and also refused to PSA checkup, which confused and saddened me. However, this blunder, doctors, and the hospital will not accept since might is right. I want justice.